Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Westgate Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas, Nevada for NDA Team Dart 2024. We got 6 days of coverage coming your way, ending on Wednesday afternoon, so definitely tune in for our morning and evening session when you can. Now, for today, day one, we're going to get underway with Team 01 action, and later on this evening, we're going to be Pink Ladies doubles as well as our doubles 01. So there's your play out for the day. Well, what do you say, folks? Let's get underway. It's NDA Team Dart here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, hello everyone indeed. Welcome to the action here, brought to you by USA Darts, as we are going to get in the mix in just a moment with some intense action. There's no denying that one, folks. And we're going to start off with some level 1 action. As you can see, we're kind of splitting the difference here. We got a board, some matches going on board F2 as well as F3. We'll predominantly stay on board F2, which is going to be our Phoenix board. So F1, 2, and 3 are going to be your streaming boards for the weekend. So remember that one as we move forward. I do believe that, there we go. We'll get a little bit better view of these guys. I believe it's going to be Black Saddle team out of Wisconsin. They're going to start us off on board F2 here. and they're going to be playing the Throw Line Fellas. So they're of Wisconsin as well. So we got an all-Wisconsin battle, and I know that we've got some a lot of Germans in the chat already. I know that they're here for those DSOB ladies and gentlemen that comes over every year for this NDA Team Dart. Apparently Nico Kerr's throwing a 9 dart leg earlier is what we're seeing in the chat. Pretty interesting. I did say hello to Nico earlier. I believe we're going to get underway here with our first matchup of the stream. Let's go ahead and turn on our board sound so we can hear the nice thud as we get going here. Well, we hope you're ready for action. William Stewart here of USA Darts. Nick DeShera will be joining me here shortly as he gets into the mix from being off the plane. He just coming right off the plane to get in going here. So we hope you're ready, everybody. 6 days of coverage is going to be a long week. There's no denying that one. We're going to have dual coverage, morning and evening action. And by evening, we're going to be streaming till the wee hours of the morning. I can guarantee you that because, some of these finals don't conclude until 1, 2, sometimes in the morning, maybe even later than that. So think about that Eastern time. That's 5:30 a.m. Over there in Germany, what you're 9 hours ahead of us. So just a reminder on that one. 9 hours ahead. So currently right now it's 12 p.m. Central. It's going to be 7 p.m. German time, I'm assuming. We want to welcome you wherever you are joining us, though. Let's go ahead and get a scoreboard up and running. That'll help us out here, differentiate these people. Give me a minute as we get going with some of these names. We got Alex, John, Matt, and Justin taking on Brandon, Anthony, Kyle, and Peter. And that first names was Throwline Fellows. The second list of names was Black Saddle. And this is not a best of 3 leg. It's this is a round robin. And we'll see, I believe they've already gone through 2 rounds already, so we should see about at least 3 more rounds of coverage. Yeah, we had round 1, which started at 8 a.m., but they didn't have a matchup. Nobody did in the round robin, so I'm guessing they had just many teams for a 5-team, 4-round robin bracket instead of the 6-team that we see on some of these. So they just started with 9 a.m. in round 2. This will be their second round of coverage. Also in this bracket is going to be the Star City Crew, Log Cabin, and Alan D, KCP, Dwayne J, and Matt B. So they don't have a team name. They're just going by their original names here. Now I'm just going to do some double checking. We did something different this time where we set up the stream prior just so that they could have the link for the international bar. So we're going to get some coverage thrown up on the possibly the sports book here at the Westgate. We'll also see it at the international bar. So if you're enjoying a beverage there while playing some slots, you can kind of tune in on the action, which is really cool to see. So let me go ahead and check and make sure. I don't believe it's registering as a live feed on our YouTube. So let me double check that one. Should be up and running. You have a lot of people viewing already. Over 500 folks joining us for this early action. Appreciate that one. Brackets can be found on CompuSport for those that are wondering. The entire list of brackets. So division Masters Division all the way to the lower levels can be seen on CompuSport. So head on over there. We'll drop you a link here in the chat. Let me go ahead and do that for you real quick. And then we'll jump on over to check on YouTube and whatnot. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the YouTube covered feed isn't working, which it should be. That's the reason why we set this thing up, was specifically for YouTube. So I don't know why it's not working on it. When it says it's streaming, it says unlisted. Ah, that's why. Okay, I've got you, folks. I know what the issue was. All righty. Okay, for you that are wondering, the feed should be public on YouTube now. It looks like it just went to unlisted by accident. So you should be able to see the YouTube feed over on USA Darts. Go ahead and head on over there. We also are live on Eagle Eye Sports there, our sub-channel. That's a channel that we use for when we have multiple tournaments going on at one time. So both of those are active, up and running. We do apologize for that delay. This is the first time we've kind of preemptively started the I guess the stream feed or whatever. We had a link activated for that, so should be good to go. All righty, now let's focus on some action here. How about these jerseys, these Budweiser jerseys, the king of beers. I like it for the throw line, fellas. Black Saddle stepping in. Opportunity with 120 and 83 remaining to check this out. There we go, just like that. What an 83 checkout, as it is 1-0 in advantage to Black Saddle. Yeah, but just once again, our feed is up and running, folks, on that's going to be confusing. I'm going to have to change that one. There we go, our scoreboard line. There we go. Yeah, it's up and running on YouTube, so we are up and going there. So if you want to jump on over there, just a reminder, you can. This is the one-man band until Nick arrives, who, like I said, is just hopping off the plane. Should be getting here anytime now. Ryan says he's watching from board 230. We have 298 boards in play this weekend. That's how massive this tournament is. And I'll just give you an overhead view. That's kind of what we got rocking here, folks, if you can see that. There's one group of action. You can see Kenny Doyle over there, as well as numerous others. Gabe Steffen up to the board right now. And then this is where we're streaming out of right now, which is on this half. And we're down here at the far end, which you can see my lovely face over there. So if you want to come say hi, there we are. But, yeah, we'll get back into the match here. I do highly encourage you folks to go check out those vendors, those board vendors as well. You got Phoenix, you've got Radical, you've got Arachnid here, and they've got some tester boards up at all their vendor areas, so you can check out the new blue Arachnid ice board, which is really cool. You can check out the new Phoenix VX. It's three letters. I can't ever remember it, but it's the new full monitor system with the images that fly across the screen and whatnot. You can go check out Radical as well and what they've been able to do. So if you're in the area, go check those out. You'll enjoy it. There's Justin. Justin, he has a full, if you're not mistaken, he has a full grip there on the dart, if I'm not, if I recall. So once he steps up again, make sure to look at his grip. It's very unique. There we go. Boy, would a 150 be nice here. A 150 would be lovely here. Not going to be, but it's a low ton. That's okay. Low ton seems to be the trend here, especially in this level. I mean, we're level 1. Now let's take a look at this grip. We're seeing that maybe has loss of feeling in his fingers. That's why he does this. And you can see very much a grip around the dart. Very unique, but you can see it works for him. Look at that big 150 there. Nice hat trick. And in this division, this is a Fat Bull game. I believe those Masters levels, they are playing, I believe they're playing split. They start off with their round robin stages. Now how it'll work is tomorrow I'm sure we'll get those Masters levels because they will conclude their finals of the team event tomorrow. And then everybody else will conclude after one more round robin stage in the, what would it be? It would be Sunday morning that they would conclude their event. So little reminder on that one, we'll see some of these level 1s earlier here in the round robin stages. Tomorrow, I'm guessing, will be Masters, and then we'll revert back to some different levels on Sunday morning. But that 86 for player 1 looking pretty promising. You can see that fist pump there back here by him. They know they're eyeing a possible 2-0 advantage here. Matt Graff, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing okay. I'm guessing you won't be attending this weekend. He's a common factor on that Black Saddle team. Usually has Scuba Steve Diker, John Pilgrim, Bob Anderson in the mix. Haven't seen, well, any of those fellas yet. Wonder what may be going on there. Oh, okay, across town. There we go. Now, the factor is last year the Germans came out, those DSOP teams, and they put up a dominant force and a dominant effort in these team events. We'll see if they're going to do the same. I believe they brought 4. I think they brought 6 overall teams. 4 for the men, 2 for the women, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely want to keep an eye on them in the CompuSport bracket. Those DSAB teams. Good hat trick to leave 58, especially with your teammate on 24. You're looking promising to take that out. Tom Ottaviano, how you doing, sir? Jeff McMahon joining us as well. Some of our teammates here with USA Darts. Appreciate you guys joining us. Oh, the ugly guy just joined us? Oh, you weren't kidding. That's the reason why there's green hair on that. Because you look like a terrible joker. You really look bad, brother. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nick Teixeira, everybody, joining me as we get a 12 checkout there. You can see it's a single out mentality, so 2-0 in favor of Black Saddle. Nick Teixeira, how's it going, sir?
Going great. Pleasure to be back here, my friend.
Well, just jumped off the flight and right away getting in the mix, huh?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But it's always a pleasure to be back out here in the action with you, the wonderful Will Stewart that lost like 50 pounds in that AI photo. That's crazy.
I'm looking like a, I don't know, a better looking Michael Shannon, I'll say that, but a terrible looking reality.
We're making ourselves quite the compliments today.
I was bad. 50 pounds lighter in that one. There's no denying. I am actually a little bit chubbier in the neck region and the chin region.
And I'm just as chubby as that photo shows, so we're good there.
All righty. Well, here we go. Back to the action. Benny is up here, and they got to do something or else they may be on the outside looking in. You okay volume-wise there?
What?
You okay volume-wise there?
Yeah, can you turn it up just a little bit?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Nick just joined us, so we're going to figure out a couple things for him, volume for him and whatnot, as we make sure we're ready to rock for the rest of our coverage.
Yeah, and I came in at a good time here. Black Saddle Throw Line Drinkery. I mean, this
Yeah.
is some good teams right here.
Yeah, really, this is a pretty good team. This is, I believe it's Masters level, one, or not Masters level, but Division 1, if I'm not mistaken, as I go into doubles by mistake. Oopsies. That's the common factor, is actually figuring out how to work CompuSport, because, brother, that can be tough.
Well, brother, let me tell you, there's a lot of teams out here. There's a lot of brackets out here because there's so many players, and that's why it's like that. So.
Well, just to give you a little factor, this is round robin, level 1, Group A. There's also B, C, D, E, F, G, and H, and then your finals bracket. So that just goes to show you right there.
Yeah, we're running out of alphabet at this point.
There's a ton of teams here.
Yeah, I immediately walked in the door, came by, stopped by the Magic Wear booth, waved at them, and realized if I said hi, I would get stuck there forever. So I came on in, got stopped at the security because they were like, hey, you can't bring all these bags in here. And I was like, oh, no, that's just my camera stuff. And then the guy looked at me. He's like, oh, wait, you're Nick. You interviewed me last year. You can come on in. I'm like, yes, it worked.
Yeah, we're going to get you a badge so everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, I just kind of snuck in. I'm not going to lie.
They do have the clear bag rule in effect this weekend, which is, I mean, yeah, a lot of bummers because of the drinks. You know, everybody expects that. But, you know, I got to think firearms is a big deal here right now and stuff, which I hate saying it, but it's the truth. So, you know, we'll see if more tournaments move to that moving forward or not. Cole asking, do you guys have a new ice board on stream? It's just off stream. So it's the fourth F4 is an ice board, which we only have F1 through F3. So maybe we can zoom in and get you a view of that one via our board cam, because we'll, as stuff dulls down, we'll take a look around the room and get you some overhead shots.
Yeah, when I walked in, I was actually impressed. That whole practice room they have was those Phoenix VS boards.
Yes.
Looking sharp in there. And then they have all the ice boards out here, too. I was like, oh, it's all dolled up out here. I remember when this used to be Cougar Valleys, and that was it out here, it felt like.
So if you're a fan, I mean, you can come down and check out the practice area, and they have, 12 boards. Like you said, Phoenix VS, the VX boards. So you can play Big Fish. You can play all these games on there with an interactive screen flashing in front of you. Very cool, and it's open 24/7. For the 24/6, I guess I should say, for the next 6 days. And look at this, looking for the hat. No, just outside. Benny, neck and neck here in this one.
Yeah, really needs to get one on the board. They want to get as many legs as possible in this round-robin format to make sure they come out alive from their pod.
Look at this, over 800 folks joining us already in this NDA Team Dart 2024. We look forward to, I mean, we've had some record-breaking numbers here at NDA Team Dart in years past. We're really looking forward to putting forth a good effort for you all. And we said we're going to be streaming more finals than years past because we are going to do that. We're going to stay later in the evening to the wee hours of the morning to bring you guys that coverage. And we understand some of you may be sleeping, but you can always tune in to check out the action over the next few days.
Well, they call it the city that never sleeps for a reason, Will.
Yep, that is the truth. And I don't think there's been a few people that haven't got any sleep at all. I can guarantee you on that one.
I'm the first one so far.
Well, here we go. Boy, would a hat trick be nice here.
Be very nice.
Come on, 161 is the leave. Great hat to leave that number.
Yeah, and does a great job of punishing the throw line team for leaving the 163 there, a bogey number. So big pressure on Benny right now. Needs to get his score in line, get it brought down.
We'll kind of take a closer look here. He knows he needs it. Oh, no.
Yeah, now you're just focusing on setting up your score and hoping your partner sets up the out.
Yep. I keep doing that one. I need to change that screen there. Whoopsies. Let me go ahead and do that one.
Just blame it on me. I just got here. Just assume I broke something.
It was definitely Nick's fault, everybody. I apologize. Nick starting it off right.
You know me, so. Brandon's good start to this campaign, finding the ball in the first. Plenty of room to work with. That last one's awkward, so you might want to move off it. Kind of throws it off to the side, but 96, not a bad leave.
Not at all. Doing Whammo again this year. I will be at Whammo again this year for sure. I may be by myself, which is unfortunate, but yeah, we've got so many things going on that weekend. It's going to be tough to get anybody in the mix other than remotely. So,
yeah, you bring me to Wisconsin one time, they don't let me back. So
there's reasons for it. No, I'm just kidding. Not
plenty.
All righty, here we go. The 1-6-1.
He set himself up for it. Is he going to knock it down?
Now, the freeze rule is in effect here. Reminder on that one. Now, granted, it'll take me a good half hour to figure out that one again because I never play freeze rule and I never play soft tip in general. Let's be honest. Mostly the stuff I play is steel tip around my neck of the woods if I get to play at all these days. That's a rarity.
That's fun when it happens, huh?
Yeah, the once every 2 months that it does. Well, it keeps them in line, but 96 and 43, that's promising right here. If they can put it away for a 3-0 advantage.
Well, and
boy, that'd be nice.
They're combined 139 points before any darts are scored, so as long as there's no bust, the 49 can't go out.
Exactly. You hear some calls in the background. If you do hear some music blast through, let us know, but I think we've got our noise gate figured out and everything's situated where we should be okay. Now, that's no harm, no foul. It is a single-out mentality here, I believe, so even Fat 15 will work for the next go-round. But 43, that one should potentially go.
Yeah, Matt's just going to have to get as low as he can. Does it in one. Excellent dart there and puts a little bit of pressure on this 43. You feel like you have to take it or else the 137 can go.
Double 16. Once again, just Fat 16 here will be okay, and he gets the job done for a 3-0 advantage to the Black Saddle team. Wow.
Yeah, taking a picture of their averages, making sure they jot them down, keep track of everything there.
Just a reminder here. Look at the little setup we got here. We'll take a zoom in at some of these folks. We got some ugly mugs in this group. There's no denying, folks. No, I'm just kidding.
He's not kidding.
The only ugly one is right over there, and his name's Nick.
Hi, Mom.
All righty. Well, they should be getting back underway here in just a second. We do have F3 that's still under play, too, so we may hop on over there when we have a moment. I believe there's Skittles is over there, so that may be a Wisconsin team as well.
Yeah, it's crazy. Each time we come out here, there's more and more players that we start to recognize, and then there's more and more new faces that make it onto the scene.
Justin with that unique grip of his. This Black Saddle team, they've been able to do some damage in years past. Granted, they've been in the Masters level most of the time. This one's a little bit different being in level 1. But I think it's the factor they have some different players involved in this one. But I know that the other boys are here, so this could just be one Black Saddle team of many.
Yeah, well, I mean, people know that there's some duplications of teams. As how many D-Sobs are we going to see is always the question, right?
Jared said, dude looks like Larry Bird. Yeah, kind of. Kind of, buddy. He would have made a good Larry in that Winning Time HBO documentary or series.
Just getting under on that bull. It's going to have to climb up from there. You can see he kind of pushes that second dart. Doesn't quite go the way he wants it to. Going just a little bit low on those bulls there. Not really able to get much on the board. So, Will, since I'm here, you know I'm going to ask.
Yep.
The bobblehead.
Yeah. What an epic buy from Jen Mounts there, and I don't think she realized what she got herself into because
Everybody was wanting one.
That's a custom, folks. Like that was not like mass
Hand-carved.
produced.
Yeah.
Hand carved. Some guy like centered the stencil and said, "Does his face look okay?" And she said, "That looks like way too good." So we're gonna have to find a way to mass produce those, I think, because she messed up. My whole family wants one. There's been numerous people that have reached out and been like, "I want one of those."
She wants one. She forgot to get one for herself.
It's kind of creepy. It's kind of creepy, to be honest. But I tell you what, I was scrolling on Facebook and instantly saw it like a minute after she posted. I said, "Oh my gosh!"
I was having trouble keeping that one a secret from you. I knew about it a couple days in advance, and I was like, I just can't wait till this one comes out.
Apparently, my wife's known about it for months and didn't say a word of it. So appreciate that, Hannah. Not really.
Matt Graff clarifying, he was part of the Black Saddle team with Bob Anderson, Scuba Steve Diver himself, and John Pilgrim last year. Saying Scuba and himself are the only two here from the Black Saddle team this year. Other two could not make it.
Okay, so we'll miss you, John, as John said something up above. But, yeah, it'll be John Pilgrim and Bob Anderson that unfortunately can't make it this weekend, which darn.
Yeah, it's a problem, though, because Bob just talks so much. It's hard to get back to the booth.
Bob doesn't talk at all, folks. I just want to let you know. You could say 5 words.
What a great last start there. Finding the trip 20, leave the 162.
That is an excellent out because then it can go trip 20, trip 14 for the win, essentially.
Yeah, and you don't want to be on the 172 bogey anyways, especially when you're leading the pack.
Folks, let us know where you're tuning in from. We'd love to see what cities and how broad our reach is right now. I know that we'll probably have some overseers joining us.
Like
let us know.
Vault Overseers is a Fallout show reference or no?
Oh, well, I mean,
it might be.
I knew it was just going to be a matter of time before you brought that one up, brother. As the Fallout series is taking over, I guess.
Well, now on 302, going to just stay on those bulls. You're not going to see too many switch-ups on those 300 numbers to like the 18s, for example, there, or anything like that.
Wyoming, West Virginia, Indiana, North Dakota, Memphis, Tennessee. Love that. Hotel from the Westgate. We'll see that a few times this weekend. And you could go 3 trip 18s here, too. Make it a little bit easier. Could go 19s red, I guess. All right.
It's almost a comfort at that point to try to bring your score in front of everybody else's. And when you're leading the pack like this, you just have to make sure you leave yourself the whatever you find as the proper out.
Yep. Got more North Dakota, South Dakota in here, New Hampshire. You don't have much South tip there in New Hampshire. That's probably for sure.
Why do you think they're watching? They can't play it.
Yeah. He may have a few boards around.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm trying to get some support for his partner here. Just going to keep as close in pursuit as he can, but really wanted at least one there.
He needed at least one, to be honest.
Needs to get below 130 here to freeze. Will not do so, but does leave himself an out. Great, excellent darts on those last two there.
All righty, 86 remaining. This is a miss. Steps back.
Yeah, just trying to regroup here. Doesn't get it, so got to be careful now because that 170, the 129 are both eligible outs. A little dicey scenario.
We got plenty of soft tip boards in New Hampshire. That's good to see.
Oh, there we go.
That's in that East Coast is predominantly Boston.
Oh,
wow.
What a shot.
What a low ton. Phenomenal shot as he'll put another one on the board.
Yeah, and you have to imagine that's a little deflating there for the throw line team. They really wanted to get that point on the board, and they had an opportunity to do so. 2 missed doubles can be the difference. Doubles for dough, triples for show.
How about a legend? Scott Kirshner joining us. Man, I'm loving Scott Kirshner.
Can I tell my Scott Kirshner story that I've never told before?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Back when I worked for a different dart vending company that isn't here in this hall, I was playing against his team remotely to try to qualify for a super team event. And I remember I was like 18. I was like first getting into darts, and I was getting carried by a player named Tommy Evans that doesn't play too much anymore. And we get down, we beat the match, and I still have a Snapchat of me saying, "Scotty, who?" to myself. Like, there was no one else in the room. It was the least cool thing I think I've ever done, especially considering how nice of a guy he is.
Oh, my goodness. Nick. Oh, that's good. Yeah, Scott Kirshner, of course, a legend in darts. He's done quite a number of things, and looking forward to seeing him get back in the mix sooner rather than later. I know he's dealing with some Achilles. He just had Achilles surgery, so dealing with that.
Yeah, certainly. And, of course, the Emmys West Foundation as well by Scott Kirshner. I do have a couple of jerseys from those, one of which I actually keep framed, funnily enough.
Good stuff there. Well, they're just queuing up for their fifth leg of action. This will be the last leg of this matchup, and then they'll go into round number 4. Who do we got on the round number 4 list? So Throwline Fellas will play Log Cabin. Star City Crew will play Black Saddle Dukes. And then, that's who we got. The Alan D, KCP, Dwayne J, and Matt B team will have a bye. So Throwline Fellas and Log Cabin will be on board F2. That'll be this one. And then board F3 will be Star City Crew and Black Saddle. So we may hop over to that Star City Crew, see who they've got in the mix on the Radical board. It looks like they've got Joe Goodwin, Laney Lizak, Lisa Hendricks, and Robert Pratt. So a good team there for the Texas Star City Crew.
You're not kidding.
Lizak she's good female shot.
I got a commentator for the first time at the start of the year, and let me tell you, I was thoroughly impressed. Especially it was a late night event, and she was playing in her final and playing phenomenal at very late hours.
We get some German support for DSOB1 in the chat. Love that. Now, I'm not quite sure what's going on here, so I don't want to hop on over to our last leg decider, but I'm going to here. I'm going to shimmy our camera the right direction, as it should have been beforehand, but whatever. Board camera to 3. And that's not right. So let me adjust that real quick, because I definitely put the wrong player cam on there. Whoopsies.
Well, in the meantime, guys, what are you guys looking forward to most this week? Personally, the International Challenge is always going to be a top-tier event, and always the one I look the most forward to. But also on top of that, I mean, are you excited to see your friends, local players, new players, and trying to see who has the dominant run? If we all remember last year, some of the standout players, Brandon Perez put on quite the tear out here. Garrett Rakowski was on a tear, Jake Smith, all those guys on top of all of our international players as well.
And how about what Brandon Perez has been able to do? I mean, Brandon's been on a tear of things lately. I mean, he took second in the Las Vegas Open steel tip cricket. I mean, that's a name to watch out for. And he'll be over here later this week. I saw him at Darts Live last night. There's another event going on at the Plaza, darts related. So kind of cool that that's happening, and kind of intertwine and check both out.
Oh, certainly. When you have a situation where 2 major dart tournaments can be held in Vegas at the same time, you know the dart scene's growing healthy, because there's so many players out here trying to throw in all these events.
Yes, indeed.
You can see some hugs and some handshakes going out here between the competitors. Love the camaraderie, and excited to see how this one develops for the last leg. Throwline really does want to get one on the board here if you want to try to make it out of this pod. Of course, this is the Team 501 event. There's still the Team Cricket event as well.
Some hugs and some high fives. I really thought you were going to go for the bobblehead afterwards. I was going to be so mad.
No, I couldn't do it to you. In fact, I can't even get near the actual bobblehead. I walked by, like I said, to the Magic Wear booth. Jen saw me, put it in her pocket, turned around, and continued talking to a customer.
That is what she's doing. She's been taking that very seriously. She knows it's a wanted thing right now.
It is.
Good 150 to open them up. That's a good start for Throwline.
Yeah. nice confidence start. It's easy to settle in, especially sometimes when the match isn't going your way. When you get to these last few legs, it's finally time where you're like, oh, maybe I can relax and throw just a little bit here, and darts flow a little bit easier when that happens.
Your dad's obviously turning into the chat.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. He likes stirring it up.
I love it. I love it. My dad's a frequent flyer as well. He'll be joining in, I'm sure.
He was in on Wednesday show on the CSC. He was hanging out with us.
He always does. He's got the work going on right now, so I'm sure once he's done with that, he'll be joining us. It is definitely a dart tournaments have definitely started to take over, and I mean, there's numerous tournaments every weekend now. Stuff going on all over the place. I mean, just this week we're going to be streaming this. Saturday will be All-Star Triples, so that's for partners promoting darts. Different program, but still a lot of players kind of dabble in both, so we want to mention that. That'll be going on as well.
Yeah, it's always good to see PBDs put on their events still. Fortunately, this will be one of the few times where I'm not actually the one behind the controls on it, but fortunately, it's because we got a good upgrade for you and Jeff McMahon there.
Upgrade, get out of here. You guys we all teamed up together and make it happen. Come on now. But no, like we said, I mean, that Darts Live event is going on until Sunday evening, and then I think some of those guys will come over here as well. So it just shows you, I mean, darts is really taking off and blossoming in the right areas for us. And, you know, we're just a little bit away from potentially seeing those, the next stages for us. We're already seeing it with the CDC, the betting, sports betting, which is great.
Yeah, no, CDC is doing a lot of good decisions with that. Just all the dart companies in general. The scene is healthy right now. The scene is growing, and things are going well across the board for pretty much anybody involved, and it's great to see.
Of course, Jeff says, not sure about that upgrade. Get out of here. Now we're a team. We succeed together. We succeed together. That's what it is. Good hat trick there from Peter.
Yeah, so third line just going to try to get back in line. 150, then a 25 in the round after, so kind of not the consistency in the scoring you'd prefer, but 2 bulls here will get him back into the mix. Brandon just going to try to check away here. Kind of having the straggling score, but not anymore. Finds the bull there and just catches low on that last star. You can kind of see it threw a little light and kind of fell into place there.
All right. Danny asking, does anyone know when I'm guessing Nico bomber plays? Some of those German teams are playing right now. They're just in a different area. So there's 298 boards in play right now, and they're scattered out in different sections. I believe the Masters are in the section right next to this one, as we'll get those guys tomorrow for their Masters final.
I'm just impressed with your Duolingo there. That was impressive. You already knew that off rip, reading in German and everything.
I'm very fluent in German, actually, if you didn't know.
Oh, please.
Yeah, Google Translate really helps me do that one. Let me tell you what.
I thought we were about to get you to try it.
As long as I got 5 seconds afterwards to put it in Google Translate, we're A-okay.
You know it's bad when Will starts translating the Canadian comments, though.
I'm going to have to, because there's some French Canadians here this weekend
that is true.
Will send you for a loop.
Good last start, leaving the 105 there. And when you're talking about an open out, bull 5 bull's a perfectly fine out. So you're basically asking yourself to hit a low ton with a precise miss.
We got a good question coming in as how many levels do they have? That's a good question. I can see if I can move it here. Go ahead. You do it. Oh, there we go. So we got 11 levels, including Masters. So it goes 87 87 in Masters, and then 192, 176, and so on and so forth. And I believe that's players.
Yes,
so.
That's players, and then the teams would be left-hand side there. So 18 teams in Masters, 43 to 47 in all the other divisions.
There we go, yeah. So I should have definitely gave you the teams instead of the
I got you, buddy. This is why I didn't even check into my room yet. I came straight here. I was like, Will needs me. I have a job to do. Oh, really wanted that last one.
Yeah, you can see the fist bump. He's really wanting this one.
His partner, unfortunately, well behind at 233, so 105 and 40 will probably have a chance to go here. Bullfly Bull will be the shot. For the last leg, gets it there.
Good low ton. Justin with the win. Throw line gets one on the board finally. Is they're going to be thankful on that one, let's be honest.
It might be the difference maker.
It very well could be.
You never know.
It very well could be. Well, let's go ahead and head on over to here, folks. I guarantee I switched it up. I promise you. There we go. We'll go ahead and get the Radical board up here in play. We'll get our score or sounds turned on as Gary Bloom will join in, a.k.a. Skittles. That is a little dark there on that player screen. I am not denying that one, but I believe that's just the Radical.
That's just how Radicals. They've always kind of had
been.
that issue.
So let me go ahead and go out there and see where they're at in this matchup. It should tell us at some point, but I'll just double check real quick.
Well, he's going to hit a 154 out while you're doing all that.
I'm sure he will. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, Will's gone. We can say whatever we want about him, but as soon as he gets back, I'm going to say the code word palm tree. When I say palm tree, he's back. You can't sneak comments in, but right now you guys can say whatever you want. Probably. Be nice. Yeah, some good different teams here. If you guys want to follow along, go over to combisport.us, go over to the tournament section, and look up NDA Team Dart 2024. From there, you'll be able to see all the different tournament brackets from each day, each event. There you can follow along with your favorite players. You can actually go and say, I want to follow along with Nico Kurz, for example, and you would hit follow, and you'll get notifications every time Nico's playing, whether it's a team event or a solo event. So that's the best way to follow along. CompuSport.us for your bracket needs. Oh, palm tree, palm tree, palm tree.
Looks like we got a 3-1 score line here in the advantage to Gary's team. So let me just take a gander here. I did take a picture earlier.
Hey, what we got going on here, Will?
So this is going to be the Allen, Casey, Dwayne, Matt team taking on Log Cabin. Log Cabin is Justin Evans, Scott Kopp, Dan Sheen, Jason Price, and Gary Bloom. So 3-1 Log Cabin right now over the no team name team. I guess I'll put it that way.
You guys are killing me in the comments right now. You won't listen. Chad and I are having our own inside thing today. I just want you to know that, Will.
What is going on here? We got booger talk. We got palm tree talk. What is going on? What'd you do?
I gave Chat carte blanche to say whatever you want while you were away, and palm tree was our code word for when you were coming back. So
that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was terrible. Why would you guys do that?
Danny's saying, hey, if you guys need a commentator for future events, let me know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Cornhole's looking for somebody.
No, you never know. We very well could, you know. Oh, it's Danny. Get the hell out of here. He should be joining us anytime.
I was wondering why you were answering so nice. Honestly, I was kind of impressed there.
Oh, he should know better. He should know better. He's getting in the mix sooner rather than later.
You can see Fatty up here throwing. Does find the ball in the last start there. It is very interesting to see the difference between these different dartboards and how players approach the different boards, right? Some players feel more comfortable in Radical or Phoenix or Arachnid, and it'll show. You'll see signs of players having preferences.
I don't know if I'm a real big fan of this purple here.
The purple what?
Just the purple.
Oh, I like it's a little different.
It's a little different. Try to blend in with the Team Dart logo this year. That's usually what we try to do. We'll see.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Listen, we're getting a little froggy with it, all right?
Sounds good.
Now, where are these teams from? I know the one with Skittles on it is from Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's a Wisconsin team, and then we got Montana for the other
Ooh.
team. So good to see a Montana team here.
One of those states that you don't see represented as much as some of the other ones out there. I don't know if I've seen too many Montanan darters. Are they Montanan? Is that?
I don't know.
Hey,
Joe Montana.
there we go. So 396 is the score in last position here. So he's going to just try to get in line with everybody else. 2 bulls gets the job done. And regardless of your level or division, that should be pretty much your aspiration. 2 bulls around gets the money.
Danny getting asked if he's going to be at Whammo, and he's like, "That's a Will Stewart question." No, that's a your wife question, sir. You just had a baby. What are you talking about? Unreal.
Oh man.
People asking me to bring him. I would get murdered by Nikki if I did that, folks. Come on now.
That's probably true. And Nikki is in his fiance, not me.
Yeah.
the other Nikki.
We got some support from the Montana peeps in here with Chris saying these are my friends. I don't think we've really seen many Montana people on our chat or in the NDA Team Dart in years past.
Yeah, if you asked me to name Montanan darters, I would struggle a little bit, and that's exciting though because it shows that hey, this region's out here. Time to make myself aware.
Jason says, "Aren't you Danny's second wife?" No, I'm daddy. That's what we call it.
Is that right?
That's what we say.
Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, he's got me tattooed on his belly.
That was, man, these AI arts from Ryan Keith are getting out of control.
They really are.
Oh,
AI art is just insane.
I was just like, why am I getting tagged in all these comments? And I open up my phone and I see me and you, and I was like, what is going on?
This Montana team knows they need to try to get this one on the board. 3-2 is vastly different than the 4-1. Now, granted, we don't know where they were in their previous matchup or how they did there, but every leg counts.
And it's also so funny because you'll see these teams where they inform every player, hey, this is where we're at in the round robin, this is what we need, and the other players are like, keep me in the dark, don't tell me what's going on. Until you get all these varied reactions from every part of everybody.
Definitely so. Let me just check here.
And try to leave an out here from 264. That's a great start to it. Beautiful bull. It's hanging over top. Don't want to deflect. But one more bull will leave an out. Doesn't quite get it, but gets in front of the pack here. Good start there as well. And just try to clean it up to leave a better finish. 117 is honestly not that bad of a leave. You can go the bull 17 bull route or the trip 19 trip 20 route and open out. So you get a couple different options with that one depending on your comfort level. Oh, bull here would be magnificent. Oh, everyone trying to race to the outs. Unfortunately, not going to find it for either of those score lines. So 2-3-7, if they can leave themselves an out, then they're going to be in pole position to take this last leg here.
Working on getting you guys a bracket link, a trackable quick link for us so that we can easily give it to you throughout the weekend. Because we're going to get asked probably 74 times.
An hour.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Which is respectable. I mean, nobody knows what's going on. They don't know where really to look, so.
Yeah, well, it's just more people getting engaged and want to follow along with their friends, and I mean, this is what it's about. That's what when you're at home and you're watching someone you know go on a tear, it is something special to see. One more bull here, do him kindly. 1-2-4 is not a bad setup either. You have plenty of different options on that combination there.
There we get 74 right there. There's the brackets for you guys. Click that link, bit.ly/NDA_brackets will take you to CompuSport, and you can check out all the different levels as well as all your different events. So singles, doubles, team events, whatever it may be. Go ahead.
Bullseye for Skittles.
Oh, and you can see Skittles kind of gives it a little unique twist on that last.
He puts
last
his body
one.
into it for sure.
Yep. Richard says, message Danny Baggish for the bracket. I agree with that.
All right, yeah,
one.
that sounds about right.
Do it.
FA just trying to save it here. Needs to get as low as possible to try to set up the 1-2-4 to go out. But it looks like they're going to be basically frozen no matter what here, assuming the 1-6-5 does not bust, which is pretty hard to bust.
I think the toughest thing for us is like always looking over our shoulder because we feel like people are like the workers are walking behind us.
It's tempting when they have the liquor cart come by too, and I'm like, oh no, we're working. Then you will in fact not get a message later.
Guaranteed. He's going to be the one calling me during the middle of his matches like he normally does.
Oh, that was incredible.
Monday night, Danny took on Jules Van Noggen. Who gets a call in the middle of the match? Me. Hey, playing, what do you think? We're playing like crap here, huh?
Yeah, what do you think? What's your thoughts? It's funny. 38 here for the last leg. We'll get it done there.
That'll do it. And that's a 4-1 score line to take the advantage here. As we do not have any other matches on F1 or F2 or F3, so we will take an overhead shot and kind of check out the action as we see it. So let me go ahead and do that one. Maybe we can kind of take a peek around. I need to give myself quicker access to that. But there's your ice board that you guys were wondering about. There it is right there. Good-looking board.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Stop. That was just atrocious. You can kind of take a peek around here. We've got our little finals area set up. Should be some great action. Oh, wait.
Whoa, what are we seeing? What are we seeing?
Do you know who that is right there?
Help me out.
That is Dan Laube Sr.
Is it?
Right there. That is Danny Laube Jr.'s father, a.k.a. Is it Chulo? I can't remember his nickname.
He's had more World Championship appearances in the PDC.
Cujo.
There you go. Then Danny Laube Jr. and a true legend in North American darts.
There it is. Yeah, he's incredible. I thought I saw him yesterday, and I was like, no, surely not. Well, he's here this weekend.
And you have great eyes, by the way. You were able to pick him out of this crowd.
I don't know how I did.
That was impressive, by the way, my man.
All righty, folks. Well, hang tight. We'll have more action and coverage coming your way here next on USA Darts as well as the National Dart Association. Take care, folks. This is NDA Team Dart. We'll be right back with more coverage. William Stewart, Nick DeShera. Hang tight.
Now featuring ice boards.
breaking soft tip news, Windmill has announced a string of American player signings, including PDC superstar Jules Van Dongen. You've known about Leonard Gates, of course. However, we also saw Mike Maloney, Rick Hensey, and Garrett Rakowski, who are prominent soft tip players. Not to say they've never won anything on the steel tip side, but they are renowned for their soft tip accomplishments and dominance in the US. And for you folks overseas unfamiliar with these guys, just go on over to our YouTube page at USA Darts, type in their names in the search bar. We have dozens of great matches featuring all 5 of the new Windmouse sponsored players. You will not be disappointed. It is astonishing to see 3 sponsorships that are soft tip leaning by a major darts brand with over 50 years of experience in the industry, not to mention the Blade 6 being the board sponsor for the PDC. So if that doesn't answer the question, why do people play soft tip? I don't know what else can. We totally understand how the UK folks might not get it and just don't realize how popular soft tip is globally, but trust us, we at USA Darts Production literally make half of our living streaming soft tip events and the other half streaming steel tip. You don't have to like or respect the soft tip side, but at least be aware. Soft tip is obviously beloved by enough people who truly enjoy participating. And now players are getting signed by Windmow. I can't wait to see what's next. The new FitPoint Plus CC conversion points. The CC in the name stands for carbon composite, which is a material that is very durable yet very lightweight, close to the soft tip plastic points you're used to throwing. They come in 2 available lengths to choose from, the shorter 25mm and the longer 30mm. They feature barbed tips that help to prevent bounce outs. Something to be said about these is they're very aggressive at first, versus being made smooth and wearing out to virtually nothing. So you can speed up the smoothing process by taking sandpaper to the barbed section. Here's a quick comparison of a brand new set versus a set used in a few games. When these were brand new, we noticed they pulled up fibers from the dartboard, so we recommend throwing at unpopular numbers. The left side of the board, definitely not the bullseye, treble, or doubles. They include a FitPoint Plus tool to loosen and tighten them. Couple that with a set of O-rings and you're darn near guaranteed a secure fit. That concludes our review. This product is available on our website, a2zdarts.com. Remember, we're your partner in darts, and thanks for watching. Let me tell you about A to Z Darts. We're a specialty dart store with over 10,000 different products. We create in-depth videos and blogs to help improve your game and showcase our products. We give helpful advice on how to practice darts, the fundamentals of form and mechanics, and how to make better decisions when purchasing your darting equipment. Whether you're brand new or a seasoned player, we try to provide fun and informative content. I'm Jen, the creative director for A to Z Darts. I've been playing for over 10 years, and I've traveled the world competing in and promoting the sport. This is Will. He runs our live streaming company, USA Darts, and travels the globe as well to broadcast major darting events and interview PDC players alike. You'll find over 2,000 different sets of darts on our website. Guessing right now you're pretty interested in our resources? Learn about form, throwing mechanics, practice routines, scoring and grouping, checkout methods, cricket strategy, and much more. Visit a-zdarts.com to take advantage of our blog or follow us on social media at azdarts today.
Well, sorry to break away, but it's darts time once again here in Las Vegas, Nevada, and we're going to have Log Cabin versus Throwline fellas to start us off here before we jump on over to the middle or the Radical board for the Star City crew taking on Black Saddle. So William Stewart, Nick DeShera here. Here we go, Nick. Here we go.
Yeah, another great set of matches in front of us here, and a bunch of people just fighting for that position, fighting for that title to try to keep moving on to get to day 2. The day 2 of making the team event is one of the most gratifying feelings you can feel, and I've never felt it.
That does look like that Radical string is just getting started. Now, the reason why we're going to hop on over there is because we want to take a look at the Star City crew. Black Saddle did get the win in that last match pretty impressively, so we're going to hop on over there just to see what happens and how that one forms out before maybe we hop back to this one. So I know it's difficult. We're going to be jumping all around between the 3 boards, but that's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, well, and especially with round-robin formats, too. It's a little different than when you're watching bracket position where you can clearly say, oh, this one's further in the bracket, it's probably focus here. Round-robin, it's about showing every team in the pod because it gives you that full storyline. It gives you that better perspective.
Yes, it does. So right after this one, we'll hop on over to the Radical board for a second as Black Saddle and Star City crew will get underway. We're getting the Where is the D-Sob from Germany, folks. They are on the other half of the board right now, or the other half of the room. So they're going to be just a minute before we see them. I guarantee it'll probably be tomorrow before we get our first look at the D-Sob crew.
And this is Lane Lysak stepping up here, a very promising talent from a very big dart family, the Lysaks. Does fine, too, on the board there. And then you can see Bobby Pratt was the one giving the high five over there. I'm not as familiar with the other 2 team members, so I'm excited to see them. I've definitely seen them around when I was in Houston at the start of the year. So Bobby Pratt stepping up to the line here. I believe one of the big guys involved with the Star City Amusements Company, Roddy being the main guy behind it all. You can see Brandon back up here for the Black Saddle team. You know, it's kind of hard when you're looking at a national competition like this and you see Wisconsin, you always think, man, Wisconsin's going to do their job. They're going to do pretty good here, but those Texans have a lot of fight in them, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, there's no denying that one. We all know that the Star City crew or the Star City teams can be fairly dominant, especially with this young lady who's got a future ahead of her. There's no denying that.
Yeah, well, how old is she? Do you know? I know she's younger, but I don't remember how young.
I do not know, honestly. She could be anywhere from 20 to 30, I think. She could be younger than that. But I think 20 to 30 would be a good guess.
Yeah, somewhere around 26 years old, it looks like, because they were I'm Facebook stalking right now. So.
Oh, yeah, that was a little good. That was good.
Yeah, so around 26 years old. They were in the graduating class right before mine. So, fun fact there. Yeah, it's definitely fun to see all the different regions. It's cool when you have such a big group of people, too, that are intermingling. Because with how popular remote dart tournaments have been and just online play in general, it is so fascinating to see all these faces that you've seen online and then going up and all these new groups Mod Podge together.
Yes, indeed. $150 would be great here. Even a low ton would feel good.
Yeah, that second dart she threw a lot firmer there.
There
You
we
can
go.
tell that first one, she kind of floated it a little bit there,
Yeah.
and those second two were a lot more firm, classic dart throws.
Definitely a little bit of a floater on that first one.
It gets down in range. It's exactly what we were trying to do. For those that don't typically watch or play freeze format, your entire goal, if you're going first, is score as many points as fast as possible. If you're going second, you immediately have the higher job because you not only have to score as many points as fast as possible, but make sure the person going first gets a shot at the outs or bailing them out if they're missing a few darts when they shouldn't be.
Chad wondering if this is in Vegas. Yes, the Westgate Resort and Casino. There on the north side of the strip is where we are currently located. So if you're in the area, come on down. Check out the action here. You never know who you're going to see. I did see some gentleman down at Fremont last night. I can't really say the last part, but I'll say the first part. I saw the D's guy. The D's
Did you
guy.
really?
Yep, I saw him last night.
Like the guy?
The guy.
That's
I
so
saw
cool.
Him last
What?
night.
Oh, man, did you get his autograph for me?
I did it. I
Will.
wanted to sneak a picture, but I didn't. I did it. I did it. Yep, I saw that gentleman last night. A couple years back, we had one of the actors from Modern Family.
Oh, nice.
Came and joined in and kind of took in and wanted to see what the darts is all about. So,
yeah, it's definitely cool. You get to see so much out here. I mean, even when I was flying in, I saw the Hoover Dam while I was flying in.
there you go.
And then the people sitting next to me said, "Is that the Hoover Dam?" And I was like, "What other dam would it be?"
Nah, that's just a random dam.
Why would they assume I know? I'm dressed like pure Floridian right now, guys. I'm pink, pink
palm tree
pink palm
shirt,
trees. Yeah.
green hair, and a stash that looks absolutely atrocious.
You've been staring at it lovingly.
It is way worse than Dangle from Reno 911.
Don't get that reference.
Well, you've never seen Reno 911 then, as the first leg gets taken out.
Yeah, Black Saddle getting it done there. So you're getting that first leg on the board. Again, round robin format. So they're going to play all 5 legs here, and it's about every point possible scored. Gives you that perspective on the journey.
We're going to have to make a little edit and change here on the system, as this is throwing me for a loop. There we go.
Perfect.
There we go. Trying to keep an eye on that other matchup, too, so we can kind of hop in between both, potentially. But it looks like they're still battling that first leg.
Yeah, it is. Not claiming that we have hard jobs, but there is definitely a lot going on behind the scenes here to get everything running up and going, because you have to realize we're getting all 3 of these boards and all these different teams trying to remember everybody and making sure we give good coverage to the people we do get. So here we go. Star City starting it off here. Yeah, the reason they do track these averages and everything on paper is just because they don't run networking to any of the boards in the main hall, from my understanding. So that's why that's the case. And it's also 3 different vendors trying to pull the stats from all the different boards, and you'll change boards each match. So that is one of those situations where sometimes the old school method works out better. And, of course, NDA is always trying to be on the cutting edge and always looking into new methods for future tournaments.
Oh, my goodness.
Good, oh my goodness, or bad, oh my goodness?
Oh, just people being people, you know. Always wanting to pick and choose. I want this match, I want that match. Well, the fact is, folks, we're never going to see every match in the room. There's 298 boards. We've got 3 of them.
Yeah,
That's the reality.
There's going to be over 1,000 unique dart players that are at this event.
Yes,
You know, and that's
yes.
the other factor.
There's
of the matter.
3. I think they touched almost 3,000 or 4. No, they had over 3,000 players, almost 4,000 last year.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got identical numbers here.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's the facts. We won't see every match, but we're gonna give you the most coverage that we can and the best coverage that we can. So, right now, 1-0 scoreline on the other board. I didn't see who won it, but I will find out. But we're ahead in this match. I guarantee you we'll be flopping in between both of these other matches here as we go.
And like I said, guys, if you want to follow your favorite player and maybe they haven't made it to the stream yet, or they already made it to the stream and you want to continue following along with them, go over to that CompuSport link that we'll send in chat before you. When you go on there, you can actually select your favorite players and hit notification bell on them, and you'll be able to know when they're up at a board, you'll get notifications and you'll get live updates as the match is happening.
And there is the link to the brackets there in the chat. Go ahead and hit that. I'll take you on over to CompuSport. Jordan saying, I'm here for the commentary, not darts. Well, we get a little loosey-goosey from time, so that wouldn't surprise me.
Do you remember what especially you, but what we couldn't stop saying last year? Widowy hitting the Gwitty right now. That was last year.
We're not doing it again.
We're on sketch now. We're almost done with sketch. It's almost this content cycle. We're about ready for a new thing, but
don't start these guys on the "What's up, brother?" in the chat, because they'll start going nuts. I guarantee you.
Just getting underneath that bull, trying to stack on the dart, but you can see that last one, she kind of tried to overcompensate for that position.
I'm just laughing at Vollmers. You don't want to set up cameras for your board? That's easy.
I don't even want to imagine how much equipment costs that would be to have for every board in the entire tournament.
You got to think the PDC just went up from 2 boards to 4 boards, and even that was a big deal for them.
Yeah.
So, we got a lost dart here. Probably underneath the dart stand.
I will say with these carpet colors, it makes it a little easier to spot than some of the other carpet patterns we get, but not by much.
Any of these hotel ones make it tough. Let's be honest. Any hotel floor, it's like your dart just automatically gets lost in it.
Yep.
And here they come. Every sketch comment in the book.
Oh, wait till it's Tuesday, man. Wait till it's Tuesday.
Oh, jeez. How about a 150? That's okay. That puts them out in front and in good fashion for the 2-0 advantage here. And when they do that, we'll probably hop on over and check out some of that other match just to see where they're at.
Yeah, exactly. Spread the love a little bit. Oh, look at this. Doesn't quite get to happen. Again, finding that 2. And regardless, even if at the Masters level, your goal is still 2 rounds. Whatever division you are in, if you are hitting 2 bulls around, you will more than likely be out front when you're going first at least once, right? You have to continue to try to focus on that. You don't need to hit the fancy high tons or the hat tricks. It's nice when they happen, but just focus on getting those bulls in. 171's eligible to go. 171 might go.
Come on.
Oh, doesn't quite get it, but at least 42 there.
Did you see the reaction from the Star City crew? Even they were wanting that to go.
Oh.
You see some laughters there, some high fives. You love that.
Yeah.
You love that. You love that.
Absolutely.
Having some fun here in day 1. A lot of coverage still coming your way, folks. We'll go all the way to Wednesday afternoon here before we have to tear down. We'll probably miss some of that last event, but we'll give you as much coverage as possible.
Just trying to make sure to stay out in front here, putting pressure on the freeze. Getting the 174 leaves that out, but really they're probably not shooting that 174 out. They're just trying to get their score in front, so the player 2 position will be able to get a shot for 42. Beautiful hat trick there. Going on the F1 highway, it looks like, with that animation.
Yeah, some of these animations can be just unreal, can't they?
Yeah, absolutely.
Make an adjustment. Hopefully our commentary is coming in a little bit clearer now.
Oh, did you mute my mic?
No, I should have. Turned up our notches a little bit here. Well, 42, he can go trip 14 if he really wants to, and that's a good way to go about it because you got the double 14 to go, and even if not, single 14 will do for the 2-0 advantage to Black Saddle.
Yeah, excellent stuff there from Peter, playing very consistent darts. And like going back to that low ton mentality we're talking about, that's what will win you more often than not, is just the consistency of it all, whether it be magnificent or above average.
We'll head back on over to the Phoenix board. We'll turn up our board sound for this one and keep it right here for a moment as we finish out this leg. I want to see where we're at. 1-0 to who is the ultimate question. Is it going to be log cabin or throat line fellas? I'll find out. I'll be right back, Nick.
It's like he was just here. 179 just going to try to tee up as much as they can, working their way down and along, finding 97 there. Unlucky deflection, but the reason that's unlucky is more so knowing that the player 4 position is all the way back at 320, right? You're at a high risk for freezing there, and so you kind of want to make sure your out is as easy as possible because you might only get one chance. It's going to require a little assistance from the team here. Let's see what happens. So combined 287. So you want to expect at least a low ton, probably even a hat trick for this 4th player position to not freeze out their partner. Oh, sorry, guys. Palm tree, palm tree, palm tree.
Oh,
I didn't do it that time. I
gosh.
didn't do it that time.
All righty, guys. Here it is. Log cabin up 1-0 over throw line fellas right now.
So at 185, your goal is just to freeze here, so you need to get below 100. And that will do it. So no matter what they hit on this last dart here, and they're going to just stay on the bulls, it looks like. No, they did just switch onto the 19s there. Excuse me. Yeah, then that's exactly what they need to do. Set up the freeze. 97 can't go out now. Benny knows it. All he can do is get down to below 10. Barb Harris saying hello. Well, hello, Barb. I'm Nick, but I'll say hi.
She is here.
I already saw Roy on the way in. Had a long chat. That was actually one of the only people I chatted to on the way to here. I was like, I got to get there to get in stream mode. And so Roy was like, oh, hey, how's it going? We start talking.
Double check some stuff here, but log cabin up with that 1-0 advantage. Throw line would really love to. They need to clean house the rest of the way, I think.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate position. Oh, doesn't want that dart. That dart going into the 17 there. Not eligible to go, but no immediate pressure. 202 is not on an out. Just don't bust and bring down your score to a single dart, and he does do so, leaving 16. So 202, all you can do is set yourself up and hope for some misses. You need some assistance from the other team if third line wants to get this game. So 134 will be the shot if they get a chance. 66 has to go here for log cabin if they want to just go and press their advantage while they have it.
Can he put it away? 50. Yes, sir. 2-0 advantage to log cabin. As we got 2-0 across the board. Over on our other score line, it is 2-0 as well to Black Saddle.
Yeah, there's just so many tough teams in here, and it's hard when you're doing that team dichotomy, right? Because right now in this round robin portion, what you're seeing is these different doubles pairings get sent in there and stuff like that, which means you might be sitting and then immediately have to go up and perform.
Yep, exactly what it is. And I do want to take a gander here.
I love ganders.
We will have our doubles 01 as well as our Pink Ladies action later on this evening. So tune in for that one. We've only got 3 groups of masters. So that makes it a little bit interesting when you think about it, because you got a couple D-Sobs together. So you got 2 D-Sobs together in Group 1, 3 D-Sobs in Group 2, and then 3 D-Sobs in Group 4, or the third one. So really, you're littered with Germans in this Masters level, and that's usually how it is. They just bring some talented folks over.
Well, it's the National Darting Association that brings over some of the best international talents.
Yep.
That's really what it is. I mean, we've seen German domination in years past, and Team Germany did, of course, win the International Challenge this last year in a tie-breaking league against Team USA.
Boy, is that Star City team good, too. They got Daniel Hawkins, Fred Wright, Leonard Gates, Ram Gravara in the Star City team. You've got some good Westco there, Bob McCoy, Cody Willis, Dustin Holt, Eric Gregory. You got the most hated as well as the Buzzard's Nest fellas. Yeah, D-Sob 8 is Frank, Gordon. Oh, yeah, we're not going to attempt some of these names. Wolfgang and Tony.
Well, you got Jorik.
Yeah, you're good. You got it, brother. Good job. Yeah, so your master side of things is really looking interesting, and not to mention all the other teams in Division 1 or Level 1, which is impressive as well. C&M Darts. Look at that team. C&M Darts, Brian Dennis, Jesse Gore, Kenny Doyle, Chrissy Grimmel, Nick Selepic.
That's a crazy Florida team right there, I'm not going to lie.
Man.
I just can't believe that all those Florida people, their team name is Kenny.
How about the Milwaukee Monsters? Dan Burke, Garrett Rakowski, Phil Glomsky, and Steve Hilger. So I'll have to make some camera adjustments for big old Phil, who comes in here all 7'4" of himself.
If you guys want to go back to some good USA Darts content, go back and watch Phil Glomsky and Steve Hilger do their little interview at Whammo last year. We had a fun posting that one out there.
Oh, yes, we did. Yes, we did. Good hat trick there from Justin. And, yeah, you weren't mistaken. He does palm that dart. He puts his whole fist around that thing.
Shows there's no right way to do it, just by having the right mentality.
Yeah, you can do it in all sorts of different ways. I mean, doesn't matter. Anybody can play this game. Anybody can, and we're seeing it on the pair dart side as well. Whether you're in a wheelchair or even a standing division player, you can play pair darts. Young, old, in between, whatever it may be, tall, short.
Oh, absolutely. Darts is the one that shows no physical bias. It's one of my favorite sports for that very reason. Log Cabin here just trying to get out, get some points on the board here. This is still pretty early in this one, so pretty steady scoring. You see 112, 116, that nice consistency there. So what does Throwline have in store for us? Just stays on, leaves 176, just trying to keep that score out in front.
Ooh, just a hole outside there from another bull. Same thing there, it looked like. This could be an opportunity for throw line, but this 374 has to get whittled down.
Yeah, this is a very important throw right here. 53-74 in the previous scores. Benny needs to perform this turn. One more. Gets it there. Way to get back in line, and good signs there for throw line.
Yeah, definitely a needed hat trick.
It's not a bad deflection on that last dart there, leaving the 171. It's better than leaving a bogey. So we'll see. Throw line is not going to be the first ones at an out, but they can be the first ones at a good out here, right? 171 is a very hard combination finish.
I believe that now is a 3-0 score line on the other board.
No booms, Jason. Wrong stream. Sorry.
Wrong person.
Wrong one.
Sean's not here.
Yeah.
You're not going to get much of those this week.
Nope.
Especially from this guy, because this guy can't stand either of the dang phrases he's got going on right now.
You remember, like, when I first started doing commentary with you, and, like, I used to say, like, wham, bam, peanut butter and jam, and, like, all that crazy stuff?
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I feel like we bring it back this week.
No. Between Gotsum and Boom Goes the Dynamite, I swear.
You have enough going on.
Thanks, Sean, everyone. Thanks, Sean.
Oh, Benny hit a hat on this last. He's still paving away. One more would be really nice for him. 168 is not going to be really ideal, but it's going to be just enough to keep them in the mix. 171 could go here. That's a good start. Oh, and he had plenty of room. He really wanted it going just left on that. And just hits a bull to bring down the score because he knows that the freeze is potentially in play. Not yet, but it could be. 168, or excuse me, 105 is eligible to go here. Don't mind my minor adjustment period to looking at the different boards. Oh, doesn't hit the single.
That is difficult.
You have to stay focused on those darts. He got excited. He threw it really quick compared to his regular pace that we've been seeing. You have to take your time on a dart like that. Gets all the way down to 1, though. Now, if you're the player at 156, honestly, I would wager, I mean, it's going to be tough. It's like, do you go for it or do you try to set up a freeze? He went for it. Needs to correct these bulls and needs to collect on them. You don't want to accidentally freeze the player on 43, knowing that the guy after you had to throw a 168, which is a very hard combination finish. And now they can honestly very easily set up a freeze because of that decision. I really think that 156 probably should have just been focused on the bulls there. One of those things you have to consider when you're playing in that. And you never want to miss a game shot by any means, but but you can also tee it up for your opponent here or your partner. Because right now, Benny needs one more bull to make that hurt. Does find one more bull. So combined 66, the 81 score does now freeze the log cabin team. So 43 can't go. Expect to trip 14 and leave 1.
Well, we're trying to deal with some stuff in the background, but it ain't being successful, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go. Throw line on the board. 2-1. First leg in quite some time. That's going to feel good for them.
It might just be that little reprieve you need to get a couple more on the board to get flowing, because even if you don't make it out of the pod, you still want to get yourself and all your teammates set up for success for the whole week out here. You want to get yourself in the right mentality. So they're just going to go ahead and get set up for the next leg over here. Still got the battle going on our other board here for the Black Saddle and the Star City team as we're watching in the background as well.
Yeah. You can take just a gander over there and see where they're at.
See Bobby there getting a low ton in. Wasn't able to leave an out, though, which is what he was intending to do in that given round. So way back at 350 here. Hat-trick will get that distance covered. You see, interesting on the follow-through there. They kind of fully extend. They release at the top, but instead of continuing their arm to follow, they kind of move it out to the side there. But they release the dart before the arm actually moves, it looks like. So, or at least that's the intention behind the throw. Now at 388, Star City going to want to get some points here, maybe punish that lax rounds. I believe she said that's a friendly dart hole.
That's exactly what she said. Great job there, Nick.
Thank you. Thank you. I used to read lips from mimes for a living.
That's totally it.
At Gatorland for sure. That sounds like something they would do there.
This is I believe, 3-0 scoreline to Black Saddle. Probably should go double check that one just to be 100%, but.
Well, the Black Saddle team's just doing pretty well right now. Setting themselves first at the out at a 1-2-7 being that out. You can see that player one for Star City, unfortunately, is lagging behind a little bit. Pratt does get down to a 103, so a nice little combination set up there, but the freeze is going to be the main concern. Black Saddle's player 4 here can go up and hit a couple bulls. That puts a lot of pressure on this. That's a great start to this campaign. One more would do some damage. Does do so. Not leaving themselves an out, but that goal there is to set up that freeze. So that's a good shot. So what does Star City have in store for us? Will the stars align for them?
Yeah, it's been kind of strugglesome on one side for them.
Yeah, and that 103 is going to be frozen from this point. They're combined 290 on the other team here. Oh. Doesn't hit the single 20 there to leave the bull. A little frustrated, but honestly, no harm, no foul. And the last one kind of got away. Was trying to hit a bull to leave single 19 there. I would have also been okay with just going at the trip 19, either or. 103 can't go, so just going to try to get down to below 10. Trip 12, double 18, one of those darts in here probably. Did go for the double 18 to leave 20.
Single 18 left 20 there, but that's all right. Kind of doing 7 things at once right now in the background, so
You're
whoopsies.
okay.
All righty, let's see if they can put this one away or not, but 62-58 is pretty much should be okay for the 4-0.
I still love the Trip 15 duck quack noise on these radical boards.
They are pretty cool.
It cracks me up every time. It will never beat the Cougar Valley don 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 noise, but it's up there. It's up on the power rankings for it.
It is that is the cool thing being here is you can see all these different boards and how each one of them works and the animations and all that all in one place. So if you're kind of wondering, man, I want this board or this board, this is a good way to find out what kind of board you would like at your house or bar
Local
or location.
venues,
Yeah,
of course.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Both teams back-to-back bus there. One busted from 62, and then the other bus there trying to hit a single 19. So 58 is now the look. You basically know, and Star City's kind of laughing and smiling about it, knowing that this is definitely going that way. Once you're frozen, it's extremely hard to get out of that position. You can see some frustrations at the finish line, but again, no harm, no foul until that player 1 is on and out.
Yeah.
And right now, what I do respect, though, and you can see like Lane and the other members of Star City knowing that that player is struggling on their team, still smiling, still nodding their heads, and still trying to have that positive energy, and that's what's so important.
You have to. Not only do you have this, but you have possibly the next, team event as well that could happen. So,
yeah.
Well, there we go. 4-0 advantage for the Black Saddle team currently, as we're going to go head back on over to the middle board just while we wait on them to
get set up there.
Get set up and back in action.
Yeah, so this is going to be back to that throw line team versus the log cabin team.
Yes, and it was 2-1. I believe it still is 2-1 in favor of log cabin.
You see Skittles stepping up to line here. 1-2-6. Will he start on the 19s? Or is he going to go both first and then to the 19s? That works as well. That was probably the best possible miss there. Doesn't get it. Not going to be tasting the rainbow today. Matt, just trying to leave it out. When you do end up freezing your first player score, your goal is to leave yourself an out at that point. Yes, you want to continue power scoring, but your goal is now to take the out. Once you're the frozen player, you usually will not get an opportunity again to shoot for an out. A la the term freezing.
17 for bull. And he's not going to be able to do that as he's just outside once again.
Yeah, probably trip 15 on this last start. Single still leaves you that bull. Trip 15 leaves you a single 20. Or go for the bull to leave the 15. Pretty hard to bust in that area, so either approach just fine there. 82 cannot go.
Leaves the 8. Unfortunately, with player 4 being on 292.
Yeah, let's see what Gary has for us here.
Should go, yeah. We'll see. Bull, trip 14. Still has the double for an option. Yes, sir. It's a 3-1 advantage, I believe, for the log cabin team. We'll go ahead and close that up. And we'll probably just keep it right here for the conclusion of this match. We will have one more round robin stage after this, if I'm not mistaken. Let me go ahead and check that one out to see who will come our way after this one. So, yeah, round 5 will start at 12 p.m. local time. That'll be Star City Crew taking on Log Cabin. Alan D, KCP, Dwayne J, and Matt B taking on Throwline Fellas. So there will be our 2 matchups. Throwline Fellas taking on the Montana team. Star City Crew taking on Log Cabin. So those should be some interesting matchups coming up.
Yeah, well, and also, I mean, let's just paint it as it is, right? A Throwline kind of getting themselves out of the mix so far with what we've seen. Obviously, we haven't done the mass ourselves here yet, but that Montana team can try to capitalize in this last round and really kind of push their foot to the ground and really run through with it.
Gary gets us underway for our diddle here.
Yeah, that's, while you didn't get the bull, that's probably the best possible missing area, right? You're potentially causing a lot of deflections from there with that dart hanging over top of the bull. Yeah, and you can see they're not particularly comfortable. They're moving to the side on it. Very important dart here.
Still uncomfortable, as you can see him. Ooh, hello.
Maybe not. Maybe we don't know what we're talking about because he just found that double. That was a good dart right there, I'll tell you what.
Good shot indeed. His throw line will get the start here.
And an ever so important leg. You can see trying to calm himself, get himself resorted. That's one of the hardest things is going and winning a diddle and then following it up with a good turn.
Yes. Yeah, you got to find 2. Got to find 2, and he's not going to find 2. And exactly what you said, following it up with a good turn, and that unfortunately was not one.
Yeah. It's up to Gary to punish it. And if knowing him, and I got a chance to talk to him out in Plover for a while and having that conversations with him, he wants to make this hurt. He wants to assert that his team can do this and that they can get some damage done here and just get this wrapped up. One more bull. We'll start him off with a hat trick there. Taste the rainbow. Log Cabin's player 4 stepping up here. See if he can continue to add to this pressure here. One more bowl, do him kindly. You can see kind of has a little bit more of that lofty throw, releases pretty early into his stroke there, so it's going to give a big arc to the dart when you throw it like that. So now Benny going to try to correct that first round there.
Apologies, Nick. Just checking some levels, making sure we're good to go there.
Why are you apologizing? I was enjoying the peace and quiet.
I'm sure you were, buddy. I'm sure you were. I'm sure you were.
Oh, more. Give him more back-to-back hat tricks.
Big shots, big shots. Looking promising for another leg already. But we can't speak too quick. That's the thing about the freeze rule. That other half of your team's got to be shooting well too.
Correct. I couldn't agree more with you there. You don't want to count somebody out too early or count your chickens before the eggs hatch, right? So 4-4-1 needs to get brought down a little bit here. Again, doesn't need to be out in front by any means, just enough to keep it so they don't get frozen.
Jordan bringing up a good point. I just saw this. Love day one energy. Bring the same energy day 6. I can guarantee you that is not happening, Jordan.
Well, I learned my lesson last year. I tried to do that, and then I had no voice by the end of it, and it looked like a mess. My hair dye faded. My lips were chapped. I had no vocal cords.
Which lip chat? We got to get some chapstick up in this thing. We got to get all the essentials coming up here because, yeah, you are not lying. Come day 6, you're running on fumes, and I think everybody in this whole room is as well.
Yeah.
But that's just A, being at a dart tournament that long, B, being in Vegas that long.
Yes. You have it even a little harder. I got to come in a little bit late this year just because of how the flights worked out. You got a couple extra days already here. So.
Yeah, and it didn't pay for my pocketbook either. I'm already down a significant amount of money.
I told myself I wasn't going to gamble this year, and I know I'm going to immediately change my mind.
Yeah, Will's down us. Yeah.
All right, no, we're not going to bring it back up. I'm sorry for getting
Please
anywhere near
don't,
that conversation.
Because
topic.
if my wife finds out, she may kick me out of the house with how much money I've lost already.
That would be a heck of a loss for you. She makes banana bread and cookies.
We can always come back or just continue to
one
lose more.
Just one more. You know, every gambler quits before they end up winning. Chris saying dry air out in Vegas, drink lots of water.
That's really it.
Honestly, commentary in general, we kind of have a habit of doing that anyways.
Yeah, lots of water, and, I mean, throat lozenges, sometimes you got to have those ready. Gary saying, yeah, I usually do well the day. Well, not this weekend. It's been a massacre this weekend.
Oh man.
I got a little back last night, but didn't want it much, that's for sure. Because I tried to do too much and get too much back, and that didn't happen. But there we go.
Getting it done.
Yeah, Log Cabin once again puts it together. That's a 4-1 win for them. As we are one step closer to our round robin coverage being over for the morning session already. It's kind of scary, but that's just the truth about things, folks. We're going to waste no time and get going with matches as we go. So our last round of the round robin stages for our Friday morning session will begin here in just a moment. Hang tight. We're going to see what we got coming your way here next. We'll probably keep it right here on board F2 for Star City Crew taking on Log Cabin. And then we'll see if we'll pop on over to Throwline Fellas taking on Alan D, KCP, Dwayne J, and Matt B. But William Stewart, Nick Teixeira will be back here momentarily with more coverage of NDA Team Dart, brought to you by the National Dart Association here in just a moment. Thanks for joining us.
Don't go anywhere, folks.
Alrighty, everybody. We got some unfortunate news. It looks like we're experiencing some lag issues. We did some test runs. We've run throughout the morning with no issues at all. So maybe just a little glitch or something. But we're going to get in touch with the IT department here at the Westgate and get this figured out so we can have a good stream throughout the rest of our 6 days of coverage. So we'll get this taken care of right now. We're going to go ahead and end the coverage. We got this one round of the round robin left, but it's just not going to be as great with the glitchiness and stuff. So we're going to go ahead and shut down. We do apologize, but that's what we're going to do just to better enhance the stream and make sure we're good to go for the rest of the week. So that's kind of the nature of the beast every once in a while is we're going to have those issues, especially with 3,000 players in the room, but we'll bump up our speeds, get us to where we need to be, and we should be fine for the rest of the week. We'll knock on wood on that one, but should be fine. I mean, they got unlimited internet here, I think, so we'll figure it out. All righty, guys, we apologize, but we'll get this one figured out and back underway in no time at all. Later on this evening, supposed to start our stream at 7 p.m. Maybe we'll start a little bit earlier to counteract that, but we should have a full evening of doubles action to go. So apologize, but we'll get that one covered. Thank you, folks. William Stewart, Nick Teixeira. We'll be back later on this evening with some more coverage. Thanks for joining us. Okay, well, I guess, psych, gotcha.
That's the wrong number.
We're going to get back into it, I guess, because we pop back up. So maybe just a little bit of dirty air there is what we experienced, but we're going to keep digging in. We're going to figure out what's going on here. But I guess we'll just keep it running. We were about to shut down, doing some looking, do some researching and stuff, and it kicked back on. So I guess we'll just keep it on. Yeah. Bonus coverage for those that left. I apologize for psyching you out.
It's okay. We didn't need them anyways. They weren't ride or dies. They weren't staying till the end screen for watch time. Just kidding, guys.
I love it that we were at least able to get back underway. That was just kind of weird that we experienced that. Maybe it was just a little bit of dirty air. It could be system malfunction, but we're gonna refresh everything once we get done. We're gonna work with the Westgate just to make sure that we're good.
Well,
good the rest of the way.
I forgot to tell you, while you stepped away in this last break here, I did change around every single cable you had and plugged into something else.
Why? Why? No.
Oh, well, here we go. We'll go ahead and finish out our coverage of this pod here, as it's only a 5-leg match for these matches here anyway, so might as well go ahead and get full coverage if we can, because we know you guys at home want to see your favorite players, and we want to see them too. And I assure you guys, there is never any doubt that we will focus on getting the content out before anything else. So if there's a way to get it going, we get it going, and Will Stewart's the GOAT at getting that done.
Shoot, there's no way I'm the GOAT on that one. There's a lot better people out there, a lot more intelligent than I am, but we've managed since. So
yeah. Certainly have, certainly have. You're here for the big live streaming brain, and I would say I was here for looks, but between the mustache and the hair, you're probably right. I'm really not here for that either. So sitting at 239, wants to be the first one at and out. Certainly possible. Looks like they're waiting for something on an adjacent board. Oh, no. There we go. Gary was just finding more bags of Skittles. You can see just chipping away here. One more of those. Not quite, but does leave the first chance at an out. 1-2-2, not a bad one either, because there's a couple of positive misses that also leave you eligible for the out while going for the bull first. And again, soft tip, fat bull, you're thinking about bull first. It's the biggest segment you can hit for the most points relative to the real estate size of other segments. Lane does find the bull on the last.
Just a little fun fact. You know what's calling our name today?
What?
In-N-Out Burger. Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, man. I'm going to be honest, Will. I had to leave my house at 5 in the morning to make it to the airport Eastern time. And I was like, I'll eat at some point. And I went, fell asleep on the airplane, came here and started working. So don't start saying it now because I can't focus no more.
Oh, we're going to do it, brother. We did the Crack Shack last night, which is a chicken sandwich place. It's not what you think it is, okay?
Are you sure? Were you with Jen? 72 left. It stays on the bull to go for double 11.
Oh, inside, but that is okay.
Well, can I tell you something? And this will probably upset you, or not upset you. But I was at a friend's birthday party for about an hour yesterday. Basically on the way to the airport, I stopped by there, said happy birthday, and said hi to everybody. And when I was there was a guy talking about Whataburger. He was talking about how it's like the best. And I was like, dude, I'm going to be honest. I didn't like it. I wasn't impressed. And he looks me dead in the eyes. I've never met this guy before. Looks me dead in the eyes and says, you look like a patty melt kind of guy anyways. And that was such a bold thing to just say. He didn't know me. He was right. But that was crazy.
That's a bold statement, but it's true. And is it Christine says Shake Shack is way better? Well, I'm going to just let you know.
It's solid. It's fine.
It's okay, but Freddy's is top notch.
Yeah.
I'm from Wichita, Kansas. That's where it originated. So we go Freddy's in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, Freddy's pretty good too.
Way better than Culver's, I'll say that. There you go, Wisconsinites.
Yeah, but
there
cheese curds, though. Cheese curds.
They got better cheese curds, too, I'll say that. 100 needed. How about 2 bowls? Okay.
Well, it's frozen.
Oh, that would be it. That would be it. You got to look at that other score line, Will. 167, knowing you're not going to do it. But
you can't do that, though. You can't. You have to stay focused. You never know who your opponent's going to miss. Now, would I ever bet Gary to miss a single 11? Probably not. But you never know.
Yeah, you can't do that one.
And you see it hug the wire. There was almost a chance there. Got to put that pressure on the opponents, but that's all right. I do know the Star City teams are also having a kind of a rough go in this pod so far as well, so trying to get some things redialed in and configured for them. So they're just going to get everything set in on the stat sheet, get everything dialed in there.
Kind of curious, huh?
Jason in there saying, that was sacrilegious saying something is better than Culver's.
Hey, well, it's true, brother. It's true. Freddy's is, I'm sorry, they just got the better product, I think. And
I mean, I've had Freddy's a couple times in my life. There's actually a couple in Central Florida, and I always liked them.
And Andy says, you wonder why we like Sean Green more in some group chats. Well, buddy, that's fine. You can like Sean Green more with his receding hairline.
Yeah, he goes on and starts making fun of me for Wednesday's match and talking about
I've
Marley Mug.
I've already hyped up quick trip enough. That should counteract the Culver statement.
Yeah, I will say you are the biggest quick trip proponent, and you sold me on it.
It's solid.
I was a Sheets guy before that.
It's
You
solid.
sold me on it.
Quick trip, solid. For those that are unfamiliar, we're talking about a gas station up there in the Wisconsin area that is just
Well, let's dress it up
amazing.
a little bit. The gas station.
The gas station.
All
the
right.
best. All right, let's get back underway here. Log Cabin, Star City. They're having a laugh, enjoying themselves, which is good.
Yeah, just trying to recompose here. Rocking that back the blue jersey. Always supporting good cause there.
It's not
Yeah.
a gas station. Do they have gas pumps? Yes, it's a gas station and convenience
I'm with
store.
Andy on this one. I like how we've completely derailed the chat. You said in and out to me, and then you got chat going and me going, and man, I'm about to go animal style on this commentary here in a second.
Yeah, I've been asking about some German players, the Dart hair. I'm guessing the German teams are playing on the opposite station right now from us, so I'm sure we'll be seeing more of those folks tomorrow for their finale. And I'm sure we'll probably see a couple DSOB teams. I would not mistaken.
There's going to be some days, guys, where it's almost like where we should honestly consider doing a German-specific broadcast because of how many German players we will have. I promise you, they will be coming, and they will be coming in force. And I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a big testament if the USA or Canada or any of these other countries can beat them in the international challenge because they are just such a powerhouse that brings so much talent. It is the creme de la creme of some of their best they have over there. So don't worry, we will get plenty going on for the German invasion of NDA Team Dart 2024. Cody saying, tuning in from Ashland, Wisconsin. Shout out to Dennison in the background. Well, Dennison, wave, you are on the camera.
Yeah, we've seen quite a bit of him already. Mm-hmm. You know, we've been seeing this round robin bracket most of the way. We haven't been intertwined in different matches from different other round robins, which is good. It's a good way to start off our coverage.
Now, Will, when you're looking at these long weeks of darts, not just a extended weekend or anything, but like this long multi-day dart action, I mean, how important do you really think it is to start your first day off right? And not necessarily winning, but just getting that good foothold in. How do you feel about that?
It is good. I mean, because your first day could really be the rest of the week for you if you start off on the wrong foot. You got to start off with a bang. You got to start off with a couple wins, and maybe if the first round doesn't go your way, you definitely got to jump on the ball and hope to make it out of that round robin bracket. And even if you don't, you're going to hope for the next time. But you want to have at least some good shots, some big moments to look back on. Because if you don't have those big looks or big moments, then it could be a detrimental week for you, and you never want that. It's all about confidence in the end.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, that's what makes some of these tournaments so hard or ride or die is if you don't set yourself out with the right precedent, it can easily spiral out of control, especially on the mental side of things more so than anything else.
Yes.
I mean, we see that even like when we have people go over, like for Q School, for example, is trying to start off that first day right to get into day two of, or the second round of Q School and stuff like that. You see it, and it's so important to start off right. And obviously, it's just beneficial. The more you win, the easier the week feels, huh? Alan saying, what kind of board is this? This is a Phoenix board that you're looking at here. You get a couple of questions like that throughout the week. So Phoenix, Radical, and Arachnid will be your 3 dart boards that you'll see. We have one of each on the stream. We always try to rotate between them.
There's a good bull to start her off.
She kind of just gives a little wave there. She's like, ah, that one got away. Oh, continuing to chug away. Wanted a bull in the last one for the 162. 194. No leave there. And giving an opportunity for the player, too, from Star City to be the first one on and out. 2 around and get some money on those bulls. That's what they're trying to think right now. Give me 2 bulls. At least 1. Oh, and ties it up at 194 to 194.
You know, this 300 mark, you're up against this 334 here. That's pretty much what you're going for, is whittling this down.
Yeah, with nobody on it out yet, this is actually a big point to kind of turn the tables here, and one of these players trying to set up a potential out.
That's a good low ton there in that position.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on player 4 here. I mean, you basically are trying to seek. You don't even really want to go for the 154. You're just trying to set up because you don't want to leave yourself the 180 shot in a freeze format. Oh, but the first one just completely gets away from her. She kind of just laughs it off, which is the best thing you can do. Something like that happens. Another one of those would do him kindly.
Yes, it would. Great shot. 93 remaining.
So now it's up to the other score that was at 194 to set up. Going to try to just leave it out. Another 2 bull round would do them very well here. Oh, how about this? One more of those.
Yes.
It's a hat trick in there.
That's a great time for that hat trick right there.
Yeah, you might say like, oh, 44 is not a 1 dart lead or anything. That's not what matters right now. What matters is getting that confidence built up here, getting that score brought down, and keeping that freeze rule in mind, knowing that your partner is at 309. 183 just wants to bring it down, put a lot of pressure for the player 4 to perform.
Cody saying cricket looks a little weird on the Phoenix board. I think that's a radical, because radical has it actually horizontal instead of vertical, which is a little bit different.
Yeah, it's definitely like interesting to see, jump between the different boards and try to remember how it looks and what we're looking at. So it's one of the more interesting challenges of it all. Big moments here for Star City. 309 needs to find at least one more of those, and even then it's not going to be enough. Yeah, player 2 is going to be frozen, so Star City is going to be kind of locked out of this leg, barring some assistance from the log cabin team. A little bit of a lax turn there.
Do need to try to get a score line on that other matchup on board F3 when we can. So I'll kind of do that in the background. That Sirloin fellas and that Montana team.
She's just double checking that she should hit the button there, and absolutely, I think getting below 10 is fine. Whichever number is preferable for is perfectly fine there to set up. 108, and try to take it out here. Bull, 8 bull will be the shot. A couple good misses on this first dart could also leave it to a couple different routes, but you don't have to take it here with the other score being on 2, 4, 5. Still work his way into the bull from there. Trip 16 for the leg.
What a shot!
We're seeing some good outs today so far.
I should have my replay ticker on, but of course Will's just not on top of it because he's a loser.
Yeah, so they're just going to get reset up and dialed in here. But, yeah, you're seeing some great finishing. Let's take a look around the hall here, huh?
Yeah, just
you can see Nico Kurz right there.
Yeah, there's the Germans, some of the Germans right there. Christopher's on the right-hand side. You've got Nico Kurz as well as some of the other Germans right there.
Yeah,
that's a great team.
You have the whole gang over there.
That's actually a German on German crime. They're playing each other, I believe.
Oh, I love the phrasing there. I love the phrasing.
That's Marco up on the
Marco Orps, yep.
Yep, on the Yaki right now. So
yeah, it was fun getting to know those guys last year. It was my first time being out here on the broadcast side of things. And man, oh man, there's just so many good teams out there. You can see Linus Wallette there and all the Nodak teams over there.
The North Dakota boys. Sad we won't see Dason Alberts this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No
he's
Dason.
not here this year.
Man,
A couple others as well.
He is a funny dude. Let me
Don,
tell you.
another one, Chip Anderson, Don Gunville. We haven't seen them for a couple years now. Those are two great shots from North Dakota. Scoreline for Milwaukee Monsters, don't know on that one. That's a little bit of a distance away.
Yeah, let me tell you guys, it's hard when I go out to Vegas because I like to eat out at all these different restaurants. But when I get in this dart hole, it's so huge. If I start doing laps around it, shred those pounds instantly. It's like getting a little workout walking through this tournament hall with how big it is.
Should be a 2. Got to change that score line now, right?
Hey, you know. See Lane here. She's get nice and focused. She has that little double clutch there, right? You see she kind of does that rock, especially on the first start. Not as much on the other ones. But she has that nice, clean stroke overall and really kind of follows through at good performance. David saying, I'm from Lancaster, England, and don't play proper game of 501 double finish. Well, there is different formats you'll see out here. This is just one of many formats, and in soft tip, of course, there is the popularity of the fat bowl or 50-point bowl format, but it's not the only one that's ever played out here, even on the soft tip board. So you see a range of everything, especially when you get to the Masters levels as well. So keep that in mind. There is going to be some of the quote-unquote proper 501 as well, but I like to have a nice range of different styles of games and different ways to play 01. It does change your out setups and your routes as well.
Alrighty, so over on that other board, throw line is up 2-1. David Askin from Western England. Did you already ask?
You're late on this
okay,
one.
Sorry.
We had a whole on chat. We hugged it out. We're good.
Yeah, those Masters guys though, they are split.
Yes,
they are split. Mm-hmm. So we'll be seeing that tomorrow. The proper 501 game. I always enjoy that a little bit more than the Fat Bowl myself.
I think a lot of people feel that way.
It's just repetitive with the Fat Bowl. I think we're seeing, and I know Whammo is kind of wanting to move that way towards the split bowl side of things rather than the Fat Bowl for their Masters side, which would be the way to go, let's be honest.
Well, and also it just gives you more general comfort across the board as a player, forcing you to have to throw at different beds and forcing you to do different setups and routes. I mean, when you're playing at a high level of 501 split, you're really considering your outs from the first 3 darts. After your first 3, whatever you hit, you're planning your route from there at high levels, and it makes it for some very interesting strategical misses or hits or errors even. So always fun to see the full range there. Oh, good low ton there for Star City. Just trying to get some legs on the board here. Log Cabin just putting up some good performances overall. Andy, I'm not sure if we know the exact answer to that one at the moment, but
looks like Andy said they're going 501 double out this year instead of master out. So a little bit different. Now, is it split bull, though, is the question. There, way to end that with a 158.
Yeah, just had Jake Smith come in and pop in and say hello there, and fortunately that means that the rest of them are going to start finding us. Don't turn around. There's always dart players around us hanging around. So Jake Smith's better half, Hunter Smith, is the reason I have green hair. She told me that she gets to choose it, and I didn't really have anything to say that she couldn't choose my hair color, so she did.
Okay, here you go, Nick. This is what you got.
Basically, she came up and she's like, what's your hair color going to be? I'm like, what do you want it to be? She's like, I can choose? I'm like, I guess. What do you want? I've never done green before. And probably never again. T-Dubs in the chat saying, good call, Hunter Smith. Bullseye leaves 180. Finds the bull. Good last dart there.
Just in case, soft tip is the proper game. Stop trying to be like that. Justin, stop it. What came first, dude? Stop it. Stop it. Just stop.
Well,
steel tip came before soft tip. There's no denying that. They call it the proper game because proper is in their language. So it's a game of darts. Steel tip was the first. I get what you're saying with the soft tip is popular as well. It is, but it ain't the start.
Yeah, no, it isn't by any means. But it's also just darts in general. Soft tip and steel tip, they both kind of just grow together one way or the other.
And
if one's doing well, the other's going to do well.
If you've listened in, I've always been a commitment of soft tip, steel tip. It doesn't matter. You're a darts player. That's how it should be. But I will say that yes, steel tip was the original. Yada, yada, yada.
When I was briefly darts vendor, I actually encouraged locations to have steel boards next to the soft tip boards to encourage both styles of play and to convert one into the other, because I always thought, hey, if you like darts, you just like darts. And maybe you have preferences, but you still like darts at the end of the day. So 180 can go here. Will he take the look, or is he going to set up? He is going to go for the setup. I don't have a problem with that, but he needs to collect the bull for it. And he doesn't. Almost wish he would have just gone for it if that was the case. But hindsight is 20/20. That's the way the cookie crumbles. So now 89 for Lysick.
Tried her hand there, 57, but instead she had to go for bold double 18.
Gosh darn it, she says to the crowd.
Yep. She's still on the outside looking in there, so no real way to take that out, being that she was froze.
Gets it there. Log Cabin, another leg on the board. 3-0 lead now. And again, it's that round robin format you're looking at, guys. So they are going to play all 5 legs because it is important not only for who makes it in and out of the pod, but also the seeding for the next divisions and that as well when it comes down to those differentials. So they're just going to get set up there.
And here comes our lag again.
It unfortunately looks like we're having some slight lag on our end. The computer's fighting it as much as it can.
Yeah, it certainly is, but we're going to keep an eye on it. We'll keep going for right now. If it becomes a little bit substantial, we'll just end our coverage and work on that. And it looks like our frame rate keeps jumping, so.
Yeah, it's something that we're going to be looking to vigilantly, guys. We're not going to just be eating in and out. We're going to be figuring out what's going on with that as well. Again, better to fix it on the first day and then have it good to go for the rest.
Yep. And in the background, just so you guys are aware, I mean, we are switching some devices in the background, so we've been working on some upgrades on our system, and we'll be making that jump for Whammo. being that I'll be driving there, so I'll be able to take a little bit more equipment and whatnot, and we'll be making those maneuvers. So hopefully we can keep with the trends of time and keep up with the upgrades.
Well, another question here for you then, right? You, because of traveling to all these events, have become a logistics master with getting all this equipment packed and put in place. Were you ever good at packing your suitcase before you started working in dart tournaments?
No, it got thrown in everything. But doing this gig, you understand. So just for a little background effect, I fly to anywhere that's over 12 hours pretty much away. So Vegas, Boston, anything like that I fly to, being from the Midwest. So it's 2 big cases, 180 pounds that I take with me everywhere I go. No matter what, if I'm driving, I take more, pipe and drape and whatnot. But, yeah, 180 pounds, and then that's a backpack and a carry-on as well. So we get the job done. Get the job done.
It is impressive because watching him roll all that around by himself is probably the most impressive thing because I'm not helping. I'm just watching.
Yep. Throw line, it was 2-1 when I went out there last time. It may be 2-2 or 3-1 now. I have to go back out there and check. It is unfortunate that we don't have the option to kind of jump into actually, let me check. It would be a little bit difficult. The Radical system does have that option where you can view the game screen in their app
software
features, but sometimes it's hit or miss. If we had that in our repertoire of all these boards, if we could pull up a screen, that would be amazing because then we could hop over to any board we wanted to and at least give you something from it.
Certainly the case. It's also so many moving parts to keep track of as well because not only try to watch these other matches, but commentate the match that we have on screen and do the tech support in the background and read chat. So a couple moving parts going on there. Skittles trying to recover the score here. Does do so. Gets 2 bulls in there and does a decent enough job there to get out. Of course, player 4 here can try to get in front of that even and kind of break away, but it would require a big one here. Bobby Pratt looking for at least 2, trying to get 3. As a big guy, I'm going to make a request that we cannot talk about food anymore in the chat until.
Yeah, she's really going ham on this Shake Shack nonsense. Do you work? Do you work at a Shake Shack or what?
This is a paid actor in the chat.
What's going on?
Oh, Chris, we do appreciate the comments, though. All jokes aside,
trust me, there's going to be a lot of food eating this weekend.
Oh, remember the last time you had the Snoop Dogg or the hot dog place we went to?
We're going to Dirt Dog too.
That Dirt Dog, that was it. I just remember you we saw the Snoop Dogg on the menu.
Dirt Dog is top-notch hot dogs.
Yeah, and then we had the nice meal with Jen at the Rye and Barrel. Is that what it was?
Herbs and Rye.
Herbs and Rye. That's it. That was a good one too.
Good luck getting there. Good luck getting there this week. They are packed. Okay. Are we going to be 4-0 here, or are we going to find ourselves in a where Star City puts one on the board?
Yeah, look at this. Gary breaking out here a little bit, pulling that scoreline out in front, and they have that going first advantage in this leg in particular, too. So a lot of things just going right for Log Cabin in this one.
Oh, but she agrees with Dirt Dog.
All right, you're back in our good graces, Kristen.
She agrees with Dirt Dog. Oh, my goodness.
And then Nikki Marie.
I need to be – exactly. That's the thing.
That's
I
what you
told
were
you,
saying.
Dave. You said me and then Nikki. No, it's Nikki and then me. Get the pecking order straight for if you're coming to Whammo or not.
Oh, man.
And, yes, folks, it is that Danny Baggish, the one and only, the never was guy that played on a couple world championships, beating Adrian Lewis or whatnot.
Whoop-de-doo. Or someone that was really good for the North American game, I'm going to be honest. As a Florida guy, it was really cool watching that run, especially as a ex-youth player getting into the game fully.
Well, they consider him one of the new generation to make it to that PDC, and now look at it. You got Jules, you got Danny, you got Matt Campbell for Canada. Yeah.
I mean, and you got to think of all those North American legends that really have paved the way. I mean, you showed Danny Lobby Sr. out there as well. Of course, I mean, you talk about American legends. There's go on and on. So there's so many that paved the way for the current success that we're seeing overseas. Good last start there, finding the double bull. But right now, I mean, Log Cabin looking like they're in firm control in this one so far.
Yep. Don making some calls on the system, making sure everybody's set straight for the next action that's going to come our way.
See there, nice little low ton, nice and easy. Nothing too crazy there. A lot of pressure here on player 2. Back at 3-2-5. Really needs to just get in range and kind of get them in the mix. There's been a lot of freezings, and I don't see a lot of jackets out there.
I may be the only one in the room with a jacket on at this point.
You're insane. You're insane.
Just a mild 85 degrees here, 90 degrees here in Vegas. No big deal.
Yeah, just bringing it down there for Gary. He wasn't able to collect on the second and third darts the way he wanted to, but being at 71, nice little 2-dart finish range. Good spot to be in. Oh, and you can see Pratt went up there, kind of not liking the position on that 20 that was there. Tripp would have left an out. A bull would have also left an out. Did not collect, though, either way.
So it looks like our Masters levels and a couple others are not going to start till about 8 p.m. this evening. So we're going to stagger start the ladies as well as our doubles events for later on this evening, which usually happens here.
Yeah.
We're scheduled to go live at 7 p.m. So I'm sure we'll see. I'm going to see what we've got coming our way, possibly. I'm guessing boards haven't been called for that yet.
And if you guys want to get live updates on what's going on, with our stream times, or if there's any technical difficulties, knock on wood that doesn't happen, go over to the USA Darts Facebook page. That's where all those updates typically will be. The stream schedule is literally the Facebook cover banner there. So when you're like, what are you going to be live tomorrow? When's this? When's that? Go check out USA Darts on Facebook for all those answers.
34 in South Dakota, 54 in Idaho. No, thank you. I'll stay with this weather here. There's an opportunity to win, and he does succeed. 4-0 advantage for Log Cabin here.
Yeah, pretty good spot to be in. Comes down to this last game for Star City. Tried to get one on the board, but pretty much running out of time as it is 5 minutes to midnight, proverbially speaking.
5 minutes to midnight. Okay. You're really on Vegas time if you think that, brother.
It's a term of phrase. It's a term of, everyone's a critic around here, guys. Everyone's a critic. So they're going to get set up here, make sure their order is correct, and then they're going to diddle to start this last leg here. See Gary coming up. And just one hole outside that double, but that's a good position. It could also potentially be used advantageously, kind of stack on top of and get placed into the double bowl. Pratt just goes well outside, though, onto the left. So Gary does get the start with Log Cabin here, and they will kick things underway for this last leg of the round robin.
Just checking in, throw lineup 3-1 over on that other board.
So we're going to get everything set up there. Here we go, guys. So let us know who you're cheering for, who you got. Log Cabin, Star City. One more leg for the morning session of the 501 Team Round Robin. All coming out flat after winning the diddle. Does correct on the last, though. Tucker, this is level 1 that we're looking at here. We're going to check out the Social Flight Club at the Palazzo. I don't know if that's going to be in the books this specific trip or not, but I do know I've been hearing about it, and I'm curious to check it out.
Where was it at?
At the Palazzo.
Oh, the Plaza. Okay. Yeah, that's a unique thing. It's kind of getting more people involved in the game of darts in a unique way. Socialized, kind of bar atmosphere. You do have to use their darts, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, kind of something different.
I like that. It's just more options, more avenues. You know, whether it be home board, going out to local bars, going out to bars specially for socialized versions of darts, whatever it may be. It's a good direction to go in just because it just normalizes and makes the sport more common. Good shot there from Lane. Was able to stack right on the second one. So to give you guys reference, and I could be mistaken, but basically level 1 means you can automatically get entered into it if one of your players is of the Masters level. If you're above that threshold for a Masters player, you can have one, but that team automatically becomes level 1. That's where you're going to see some of these team disparities as well. Tucker, there is a Masters level above this.
Yeah, so we got a lot of levels, a lot of divisions per se for this bad boy. So, and hopefully we're gonna kind of intermix and see maybe a couple of the lower levels, maybe the in-between levels. We try to do that, but mainly we see a lot of the upper level people. Let's not mistake about that one.
Yeah, certainly. Well, it's just trying to share the limelight. We will see the big dogs plenty of times. It's about giving everybody the opportunity, and you know sometimes you can get something magical and catch a player on their come up. I had an experience like that the other day. I was playing some games with Austin Braswell and catching up with them. He's like, do you remember how we met? And I was like, honestly, I didn't really think about it. He's like, you guys were going to a tournament to play in a PPD All-Star Triples, and you guys asked us to take the group photo, and I told my girlfriend that I wanted to do that next time. I wanted to be in this tournament, and that's what got him to drive to play.
Yeah.
And so you never know. You never know who in the room it could be that next big shot. So now you can see Gary here working away at these bowls, trying to leave it out. One more will do so for a 1-5-2 leave, and does set up that exactly.
Yeah, good setup job.
I wish Gary would have different Skittles jerseys for like the tropical flavors and like all the different like varieties. That'd be really cool. I'm just saying.
Sour. When he's feeling a little bit.
Yeah.
When he's feeling a little bit. When he's feeling a little bit upset.
I'll talk with him about it. I'll let him know it's his PR guy.
It does look like throw line, and the Montana team are shaking hands in conclusion of their match. So this will be our final leg of the morning session here. That's only because, well, there won't be anything going on in the room after round robins in this session. In this round is done.
Your autograph session, right?
Get out of here. Autograph session. Trash is always trash, my guy.
Yeah, Lane's going to try to get in range because with one score already being on the out for Log Cabin, there's a lot of pressure on this leg. Yeah, that just doesn't feel like enough at the moment here.
Cole asking if Chris Lim is in the building. He is not this year. Kiddo as well, so he's going to be taking care of the kiddo. We do got a difference of NDA. Oh, my goodness.
Almost hit it on the last start, falling into the 3. Sorry about that.
We got a difference on NDA and PPD. Well, those are two different programs. They each have their own, ranking system and whatnot. But, yeah, I mean, your National Dart Association, they're pretty much substantially throughout the country, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they're cross country. They also run remote events and regional tournaments.
And they're international.
And they're international events. And they are the PPDs only using arachnid boards, while NDA does use all 3 of the major North American manufacturers for boards.
Now, I will say some of the PPD does support the NDA and so on and so forth, back and forth.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of those PPD people come.
You can play an NDA league with PPD. PPD offers NDA qualifying leagues. So you'll see some interchange there. But NDA is kind of like the I would almost not quite call it the governing body, but it is one of the bigger ones for North American darts. And same thing with PPD, but different circuit.
All right, well, 48 can go. For the win.
Oh, that's a good spot there. So he's just going to work his way into the double and gets it done. Gary Blum gets it there. Skittles and the Log Cabin team, a 5-0 win to finish out their round-robin morning. Has to feel pretty good for them, and unfortunate for the Star City team.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, a little rough patch for them, but you never know how the next team event can go. So there we go. Well, folks, for us next, going to be 7 p.m. We'll get things situated and underway for that one. We're going to do, well, Nick's going to check into his room, that's for sure.
Yeah, that would be nice.
We're going to do a couple things in the background to hopefully get situated so that maybe we won't have any issues the rest of the weekend, although there's always granted to be a couple here and there.
I'm usually the issue.
That is true.
Hey.
All righty, folks. Don't go far. We'll be back once again, 7 p.m. local time. That's going to be 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. We know that's a little bit later. But for you Germans, that's going to be early morning action for you guys. So if you're over in the UK, in Europe, tune in bright and early tomorrow morning as we kick off your coverage for NDA Team Dart. So there we go. All right.
You guys heard the man.
We'll see you later for Doubles 01.
I'll miss you.
He's lying.
I'm not.
All righty, folks. Take care.